Hi, I'm Taryn. I'm an occupational therapist specialising in child development. In this video, I'd like to discuss something that I've become particularly concerned about recently, and I think that it's on an upward trend. And really, I'd like to have a look at the impact of equipment on our baby's development. And there is such a huge variety of things that we could be buying for our babies. And to be exposing our babies to things possibly more early and to a wider variety of equipment. And by equipment, I mean things like jolly jumpers, bumbos, car seats, high chairs, playpens, exercises. And there's just such a huge variety of things that we could be buying. And I came across a research article that was written in 2001. It was done by two physios called Abbott and Bartlett. And they investigated the use of equipment on babies' development. And what they did is they took a group of infants. They were all 8 months at the time, and they were all born full term. And they were what we would consider normally developing infants. So there was absolutely nothing wrong with these babies. Their moms didn't have any concerns about their development. And they had a look at what equipment those babies were using. They then, as they reached 8 months, they did an assessment with these children. It's called the Alberta Infant Motor Scales Assessment. And what they found is that babies who were spending a lot of time in pieces of equipment were delayed in meeting their milestones. So they weren't meeting their milestones as they should. And so really the outcome is that the more time your baby spends in a piece of equipment, the slower they are likely to develop. And I think that there are a number of reasons for that. I think for me the primary thing is that if a child is spending time in a piece of equipment or a seat, for example, they're not stimulating the muscles that they should be stimulating in order to develop normally. So think of it like if let's take a bumbo for example. Let's say a bumbo is what we would consider quite a supportive seat, and that would be quite similar to me sitting on a couch. So if I'm sitting on the couch for 2 hours a day, clearly I'm not exercising those muscles, and so my muscles are going to weaken and they're not going to strengthen at all. And it's very similar for our babies. It's really important that our babies are experiencing a range of positions when they're playing so that they can develop all those muscles that they need to meet their milestones. Now, am I saying that equipment is bad? And the answer to that is absolutely not. I'm not saying that equipment is bad at all. I am saying that we need to use equipment with moderation. I, for example, have a Bumbo, which I will use with Gracie when I'm in the kitchen cooking, and she's now 7.5 months old. So she's sitting independently. She's not using that. I'm not using that to support her when she can't sit. I'm using it because the kitchen I don't feel is particularly a safe place for her. So it's really to kind of keep her safe. And I would really use that for about 10 minutes at a time. The other thing that I was thinking about is how long are our babies spending in equipment over a day? So let's consider all the time that we're driving and they're in their car seats. Let's consider all the time that they're feeding and they're in their high chairs. You know, you could be going for a walk and they might be in a pram or a sling. And if you add all of that up, apart from the jolly jumpers and the exercises and the other pieces of equipment that they're spending time in, it actually ends up being quite a big portion of their day. And so if possible, when you can, your baby needs to be on the floor playing. And that could be if they're very small, it could be on a little play gym. Or it could be, as long as the floor's clean and hygienic, then just put them on the floor with a couple of toys around them and let them explore and reach and crawl and roll and do all the things that they need to be doing to meet their milestones. In future videos, I'm going to be looking at some of the equipment that is available and looking at when it would be best to use them and how that equipment can help stimulate your baby's development. If there is any piece of equipment that you would like me to have a look at or that you are concerned about or just have any questions about, please just comment on the video either on YouTube or on the blog. Send me a comment. Otherwise, you can get hold of me on the contact form on the website at nigglynoo.com and let me know your thoughts on that. Also, please feel free to share the love and share the message really about the importance of your baby's development and how you can stimulate the development. We do have a Facebook fan page and you can like us at Nigglynoo on Facebook. So just do a little search on Nigglynoo. Thanks, and I'll look forward to seeing you in our next videos. Bye!